All right, people, so it's here. The NES Classic Edition. Now you have to excuse the way the camera looks because I made my own little makeshift tripod here, but this is it. The NES Classic Edition. Now, I'm pretty sure in this screen it probably looks pretty big, but just to show you size comparison, my hand covers from the bottom of the box all the way to the top. And I don't really have big hands. I'm a fairly normal dude. I'm only about 5'10". You know, I think that's normal size, but there you go. This is it. And in fact, the picture in the box actually shows you that the controller actually looks like it's pretty big for the system. Looks like the controller probably be the same size as the system. So this is my first time opening it. Just to do a couple size comparisons. I have some NES originals here with me. We'll get into that, but let's open it up and see what's inside the box. I was lucky enough to grab one of these. So check this out. You open it and you get this really cool, looks like this old retro looking picture in this plastic Nintendo Entertainment System. Huge poster of the original Nintendo release. Let me see if I can, so you see with the original Rob the Robot and the original Nintendos. It's pretty cool. And it says since 1985, so you can get to see that. Again, I'm sorry, I apologize about the camera and how it is, but I'm here by myself, so I'm trying to record this myself. So, but yeah, the poster is pretty cool. And on the other side of the poster, you have the instructions, the NES Classic setup instructions. Instructions look, pretty simple. You're just basically plugging in the controller, your HDMI right into the TV. You could use a USB cable for a power supply, which is pretty cool. So let's get that out the way. Also in the bag, we have some, the warranty is in the bag. And this thing, my Nintendo, I guess you can redeem it for awards points, it says. Reward points. So pretty cool. Put that to the side. And then, what else do we have in here? In this compartment, looks like we have an NES controller. Of course, I'm saving the best for last. So, but here is the NES controller. It actually feels and looks like the real deal. But just to compare it, I have an original NES controller here. Gonna blow the dust off of it. This is an original NES controller right here. You can kind of see on the back there, the original one, made in Japan. And then this is the newer version that just came out, made in China. So when you compare the two, you put them together, you could see the age wear on my original one. The original one's just a hair longer, just a little teeny bit. But other than that, it's about the exact same. It's about the exact same. Not much of a difference. So, original Nintendo hardware. Of course, everybody complains about the little cord it comes with. This is the little cord, whereas the original controller had a very, as you can see, look at this. This is the original cord of the NES controller. Look how much cord this is. This is a lot of cord, a whole lot of cord. And then this is the one that they give you now. So, all right, so let's get to the good stuff. Of course, you got your USB power here, your power brick it comes with the USB adapter, and the system itself. Now, this is a very small system. Again, look how small. I told you I have tiny hands. You see how small it is. It's almost cute. Little cute Nintendo. So let's get it out this bag and look at it. And there she is. So tiny. A lot smaller in person. You know, these videos don't really do it justice, but they really did a good job of making it look like the original, nostalgia looking NES. So again, this is the NES Classic Edition. This is the controller it comes with. And as you see, the controller itself is basically almost the same size as the system in lengthwise. So that just gives you an idea of how small this NES is. Another size comparison is an original Nintendo cartridge. I have the Jurassic Park original NES Super Nintendo cartridge. This is not an NES Classic, this is a Super Nintendo. But you get the idea when you put this cartridge next to this. You can kind of see size comparison wise. So this thing is really about the same size as a cartridge. All right, so let's plug up to a TV and see what we got. Oh, one more thing. I got so excited looking at the system, I forgot. You have to lift up this to reveal the other things that comes inside the box. You know, you get so excited. So it looks like you have a USB cord here. Looks like your regular Android looking cord. That's why I call it the Android cord. Because I have everything Apple in this house. So if it's not Apple, it's Android. But yeah, you have your USB that it comes with. And then it comes with a nice HDMI cable right here. This is the HDMI that it comes with. So here we have the original NES controller right here on your right. The new classic controller on your left. And as you see the cord, how long or how short the classic cord is. Look at that. Now I know it's bent. I know it's not perfectly straight. But even though it's bent, look how much further the original Nintendo cord goes. And that original cord is bent as well. So you really get an idea of how short Nintendo decided to make their classic cord, which really doesn't make sense. I don't know why they would make the cord that short compared to the original cord. It's all about accessories. It's all about accessories. They just want you to buy something wireless or, I guess, extensions. I don't understand, but that's it right there. Okay, so I decided to hook it up to my little 15-inch television right here on my bar. I decided this is the best place for it, especially since you just have this little short cord on this controller and I can reach the television nice and easy. So on the unit itself, you have the power button and a reset button on the front. And I connected it just by using the USB cord and the HDMI cable. And I didn't use the power block. I just put the cable right into the television. So let's power it up and see what we got. See it for the first time together. Alright, so as you see, you're greeted with some some 80s Nintendo music here. So we're going to select language. And then here we go. We have the different library. Balloon Fight, Bubble Bobble, Castlevania, Castlevania 2, Donkey Kong Jr., Double Dragon 2 The Revenge, Dr. Mario, Excite Bike, Final Fantasy, Galaga, Ghosts and Goblins, Gradius. Where's that Gradius? Someone's gonna get me in the comments for mispronouncing that. Ice Climber, Kid Icarus, Kirby's Adventure, Mario Brothers, Mega Man 2, Metroid, Ninja Gaiden. That's Gaiden, right? Not Gaiden. Pac-Man, Punch Out featuring Mr. Dream. They took off Mike Tyson's Punch Out. I think after he bit Evander's ear, he lost his contract for Nintendo. Star Tropics, Super C, Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 2, Super Mario Brothers 3, Tecmo Bowl, The Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, Balloon Fight, and then we're back to Bubble Bobble, Castlevania, Castlevania 2, Donkey Kong. Yeah, we went through all that. Donkey Kong Jr., Dragon, Double Dragon 2, Dr. Mario, Excite Bike. Yeah, we went through all that. Okay, so there we go. Those are the games, people. And it looks pretty cool. You got your display settings. You can do a 4:3, pixel perfect, or a CRT filter, which is pretty cool. Have that whole old school look. Let's see what that looks like. I guess you have to play the game to see what it looks like. Let's do a pixel perfect. Let's take advantage of these. This HDMI. Then you have your options. You could have it, I guess, in demo mode, auto shutdown, screen burn-in reduction if you still have an old school plasma television. Your languages, some legal notices. I don't like to look at those, so let's skip that. And manuals. So view the original game manuals information on your smart device. Oh, okay, so you have to scan it in order to get the manual. And that's it. So we got on picture perfect right now. Let's look at Metroid. Metroid was one of my favorite games. Let's look and see how that looks. All that noise you hear in the background, by the way, is my cat. Cat having an attitude getting water, so. Push the start button. Now I am holding the controller with one hand and using my other hand, so I can't really do anything, but that's why I just got hit and I'm not shooting because I'm just using one hand to do stuff. But it looks good. The graphics look very clear. I guess that's that picture perfect thing, but just like I remember it, pretty cool. So I'm gonna have some fun with this, y'all. I'm about to play some video games. This is just a quick review of how the Nintendo Classic looks. I'm glad I was able to pick up one. So if you're able to get one, hey, grab it. If you can't find one anywhere, hit me up. Maybe I'll sell it to you for a couple hundred. Take it easy.